Hi guys, I hope that you are having a good weekend. Yes, I'm wearing sunglasses in the house. Um, I have pink eye right now. I'm actually supposed to be up north taking care of my sick uncle, but we had to cancel that because you don't want to give your sick uncle pink eye. Super sucks, but oh well. Thankfully, pink eye doesn't last that long. Um, I know that I have hit this subject a lot of times, but I want to go back over it that I need to work on doing better at expressing who I really am. I think that I post a lot on social media about being an aunt, which I love. My door is being weird because it's super windy. Um, and I post a lot about my health, and that's because that's a daily struggle for me and a big deal. I'm literally fighting for my life every day. And also, I want to, it's important to me to connect to other people who are dealing with that so that I can come alongside them and support other people who are dealing with health issues, whether it's specifically the same as mine, which no one is specifically the same as anyone else, but similar to me, or if it's just other chronic illnesses, I want to be able to come alongside them. And if people don't know what you're going through, they're not going to trust you or relate to you or whatever. So I'm really expressive and honest about that. And that's one of the reasons why that's true. But then I get myself into these weird pickles where people think that's all I am or that's all that matters in my life. And seriously, I waited like a really long time for my dad to be done mowing in this section so that you guys could hear me, and now I hear him swinging back around. I'm sorry. Um, anyway, but I feel like, at least from those who aren't chronically sick, like really all they ever do is tell me that they're praying for me or like checking in to see how my health is, which I super appreciate that they care. But I'm so much more than that. And honestly, if I were going to ask for prayer, outside of like emergency situations or surgeries or whatever, if I were going to ask for prayer about something that was really important to me, there's things that matter more to me than my health. Like, I have dreams and visions and things that I want that my health isn't necessarily stopping me from that. It's just life hasn't gotten that far. Like, I want to be a wife. I want to be a godly wife. I wish that I had people in my life who were saying like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Seriously, he's getting really close. I waited so long. I'm sorry. Um, I waited, you know, what was I talking about? Brain fog. Um, I, you know, I want to be a wife, and sure, my health affects that, but I know tons of people who are chronically sick and who have really amazing marriages. And yeah, it's rough, but that's not a deal breaker. At least it shouldn't be. And I wish that I had people that were super supportive in that area or asking me how I'm doing with that or how they could support me in that. But I don't have those kinds of people. And I wish I had people who asked me, how my emotions were, how my spiritual life is. Like, people don't ask me how my spiritual life is going. They ask me how my health is. And I need to work on this myself because I do this with other sick people as well, that I only ask them about their illness and I forget that there's so much else to who they are and to their lives and to what matters to them. And I want to be mindful of that, to Ask them about the things they're passionate about and the things that they really care about, and not just what they're going through in that moment. And that doesn't mean I don't also ask about the health. It doesn't mean I also don't want people to ask me how my health is, but I wish people would remember more that there's more to me than that. And I'm sure that a lot of that is because I've focused so much, like on social media and stuff. You know, I don't post things like, wow, I really wish I wasn't 32 and single, which, I mean, I'm at peace with that, but I also I'd like to be a wife and a mother, and I'm working towards that. I have been since I was 6, trying to be a good wife and a mother, and reading books and paying attention to good marriages and bad marriages and trying to learn. And that's something that's still important to me, and being a mom and being a child of God and being a disciple and being a witness and being a gardener. And, you know, I don't know, there's just lots of things I'm interested in. Science, I love science. But people don't know that because I don't post about it a lot. And I need to work on that. And I need to work on knowing that I need to be more mindful about that with other people. Like, if I expect people to be mindful about that with me, I certainly should be mindful about it with other people. So that's my challenge for the next week, and probably forever, but I'm gonna really focus on it this next week. So getting over pink eye and learning to pay attention to what's between the lines in people's lives and who they really are, and supporting all of them and not just this little sliver that you see. So, yeah. Day in the life of a sick girl who's getting better, and who also is so many other things. Have a good weekend, y'all.